Hello, Professor Halprin and the viewers of this presentation. Please accept greetings and best wishes. My name is Shauna Hudson, a graduate scholar at the Grand Canyon University and currently engaged in the course U.S. and Arizona Constitution for Teacher Candidates. This presentation features a 5 to 7 minutes recording of the assignment in week 2 entitled Initiatives and Referendums in Arizona. In this presentation, I will be exploring basic definition of an initiative and a referendum, explain how initiatives and referendums are created, compare and contrast initiative and referendums, discuss the pros and cons of both initiative and referendums, as well as explain how initiatives and referendums support the idea of direct democracy as outlined in the Arizona Constitution. In the context of government, an initiative is a specific action or proposition assumed by administrative representatives or agencies to solve a specific issue, accomplish a specific objective, or institute a new policy or program. Any public action taken by the people to propose new regulations or amend the Arizona Constitution or the revised statutes or to propose new legislation involving voter signatures to place the issue on the ballot, that is an initiative. I will now look at a basic summary of what an initiative is, just for clarity. So an initiative is a government action taken by the citizens to propose new regulations, amend the Arizona Constitution, or propose legislation. It can be direct or indirect, with direct initiatives requiring voter signatures and passing by popular vote. And the indirect initiatives, they allow the public to override legislative decisions and include proposals on the ballot. I will now look at the basic definition for referendum. A referendum is any item, section, or portion of any bill passed by the legislator during a legislative session. Arizona's registered voters may circulate a petition to refer a measure or a portion of a measure enacted by the legislator. A referendum allows voters, registered voters that is, to veto a law by gathering signatures to place the issue on the ballot. Creation of an initiative. Arizona's constitution gives voters the opportunity to propose new laws or changes through the initiative process. At least 4 months before the next general election, the individual or group representing the initiative must submit signatures to the Secretary of State's Arizona office. The proposed statutory or constitutional amendment will be placed on the next general election ballot if valid signatures are submitted, with a yes vote enacting the new law or amendment. The process of creating an initiative involves collecting valid signatures from registered voters to qualify for the next general election. The Secretary of State will verify those signatures and the initiative placed on the ballot. Therefore, to prepare an initiative in Arizona, the following steps must be followed. Form a political committee, file a serial number application, acquire the appropriate initiative petition, register paid or out-of-state circulators, circulate petitions, obtain signatures from eligible voters, and submit circulated petitions to the Secretary of State's office by the deadline. Creation of referendum. A referendum requires obtaining signatures within 90 days of the legislative body's adjournment, which are then submitted to the Secretary of State. If enough are collected, the bill is placed on the ballot at the next general election, allowing the public to vote on the bill, a form of direct democracy. Similarities and differences between initiatives and referendum. Initiatives and referendums, they are both democratic tools that empower citizens to have a direct say in the laws and policies They require popular votes and can be used to discuss non-political issues such as corporations, associations, unions, schools, you name it. These processes ensure that citizens' voices are heard and their opinions are considered, promoting a more democratic and inclusive society. In summary, the initiative process enables public proposal of new statutes or constitutional amendments, while referendum voting allows voters to uphold or repeal a legislative passed law. Pros and cons of initiatives. Initiatives allow citizens to directly influence their state's laws and constitutions, allowing them to create or change laws that are vital to their community. They can draw attention to important issues, and they may have gone unnoticed. However, the initiative process can be very time-consuming, dominated by specific interest groups, and it can lead to confusion or chaos. Now I'll look at pros and cons of referendums. A referendum allows citizens to directly vote on a specific issue, holding legislators accountable and allowing them to reject legislation if they feel it's unfair. However, it can also lead to special interest groups dominating the process and divisive campaigning, polarizing opinions. And therefore, calling for a referendum requires caution from leaders and careful considerations of potential outcomes, as a lack of foresight can lead to challenging situations. How initiatives and referendums support the idea of direct democracy as outlined in the Arizona Constitution. Direct democracy is a system where citizens have a direct say in their government, unlike representative democracy, where citizens elect representatives to be their voices. Initiatives and referendums are essential tools in facilitating direct democracy, as outlined in the Arizona Constitution. These processes allow citizens to participate in the political process and have a say in the state's laws. In Arizona, initiatives and referendums are divided into compulsory and popular types. Compulsory referendums require existing legislation to be voted on, while popular referendums allow citizens to petition for proposed changes. These processes support the idea of direct democracy and allow citizens to hold their representatives accountable. There is so much to be said about the initiatives and referendum processes in the state of Arizona. I invite you to join the conversation. I'm yours truly, Shauna Hudson, saying bye for now and thank you for viewing this presentation.